Hey everyone, today we're diving deep into the Infinix GT30 Pro versus the Infinix GT20 Pro, two gaming-focused smartphones that are making serious waves in the mid-range market. These phones are separated by just about a year, with the GT20 Pro launching in April 2024 and the newer GT30 Pro hitting shelves in June 2025, but they're targeting the exact same audience of mobile gamers who want flagship performance without the flagship price tag. Both phones promise serious gaming chops with their dedicated gaming triggers and performance-tuned processors. But which one actually delivers the better bang for your buck? We're going to break down every single spec that matters, from display quality and processing power to camera capabilities and battery life. For full specs and up-to-date pricing, check out the links in the video description below. Let's start with what you'll actually feel in your hands, the design and build quality. The GT30 Pro measures 163.7 by 75.8 by 8.0 millimeters and weighs 189 grams, while the GT20 Pro is slightly larger and heavier at 164.26 by 75.43 by 8.15 millimeters and 194 grams. That's a 5-gram difference you probably won't notice day to day, but the GT30 Pro's slimmer profile does make it feel more premium in hand. Both phones sport plastic construction with IP64 dust and water resistance on the GT30 Pro, though the GT20 Pro's water resistance rating isn't clearly specified. The GT30 Pro also gets Corning Gorilla Glass 7 eye protection, which the GT20 Pro lacks entirely. Display quality is where things get really interesting, and this is probably the biggest differentiator between these two phones. The GT30 Pro steps up with a 6.78-inch AMOLED panel pushing 1224 by 2720 pixels at roughly 440 pixels per inch, while the GT20 Pro uses the same 6.78-inch AMOLED size, but at a lower 1080 by 2436 resolution that works out to about 388 pixels per inch. Both support 144 Hz refresh rates and billion color reproduction, but the GT30 Pro absolutely crushes it in brightness with 700 nits typical, 1,600 nits peak, and an incredible 4,500 nits peak brightness, compared to the GT20 Pro's much more modest 1,300 nits peak brightness. That higher resolution and massively superior brightness make the GT30 Pro significantly better for outdoor use and media consumption. Under the hood, you're looking at two different generations of MediaTek silicon that tell an interesting performance story. The GT30 Pro rocks the newer MediaTek Dimensity 8350 Ultimate processor built on a more efficient process, while the GT20 Pro uses the Dimensity 8200 Ultimate chipset. Both are octa-core designs, but the 8350 Ultimate in the GT30 Pro offers better power efficiency and slightly improved performance, especially in sustained gaming sessions. The GT30 Pro comes with either 8GB or 12GB of LPDDR5X RAM, paired with 256GB or 512GB of UFS 4.0 storage, while the GT20 Pro maxes out at 12GB of LPDDR5X RAM with 256GB of UFS 3.1 storage. That UFS 4.0 storage in the GT30 Pro means noticeably faster app loading and file transfers. Camera systems show some interesting trade-offs that might surprise you. The GT30 Pro simplifies things with a dual camera setup featuring a 108-megapixel main sensor at f/1.9 aperture and an 8-megapixel ultra-wide with autofocus at f/2.2 aperture covering 111 degrees. Meanwhile, the GT20 Pro offers a triple camera system with a 108-megapixel main shooter at f/1.8 aperture that includes optical image stabilization, plus 2-megapixel macro and depth sensors. Interestingly, the GT20 Pro's main camera has the wider f/1.8 aperture and OIS, which should theoretically deliver better low-light performance and steadier shots, while the GT30 Pro trades those features for a more useful ultra-wide camera. For selfies, the GT30 Pro uses a 13-megapixel front camera, while the GT20 Pro bumps that up to 32 megapixels. Both phones can shoot 4K video at 30 and 60 frames per second, plus 1080p at various frame rates, including 240 frames per second slow motion. Battery life and charging capabilities are nearly identical between these two gaming phones, which makes sense given their similar target audience. Both pack 5,000 mAh batteries with 45-watt fast charging support, and both should easily push through a full day of heavy gaming and general use. The GT30 Pro does offer some additional charging modes, including smart charging and long-life battery optimization that aren't clearly specified on the GT20 Pro. Neither phone supports wireless charging, which is pretty typical for gaming-focused devices in this price range where manufacturers prioritize performance over convenience features. Audio and connectivity features show where these phones really focus on their gaming audience. Both phones support 5G with extensive band coverage, including sub-6 support, though the GT30 Pro adds band 71 support that might be useful for some US carriers. Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.3, NFC, and GPS are standard across both devices. For gaming audio, both phones feature stereo speakers, though the GT30 Pro gets dual LED flash on the camera, while the GT20 Pro sports a quad LED flash setup. Neither phone includes a headphone jack, which is disappointing for serious mobile gamers who prefer wired audio for competitive gaming. Software experience is where Infinix has made some meaningful improvements with the newer model. The GT30 Pro launches with Android 15 and XOS 15, promising up to 2 major Android updates, while the GT20 Pro shipped with Android 14 and XOS 14 with the same update commitment. Both phones include Infinix's gaming-focused optimizations and the signature GT gaming triggers that pop out from the phone's frame for more console-like gaming control. The newer XOS 15 on the GT30 Pro includes additional gaming enhancements and more refined performance tuning. Now for the bottom line, pricing and value proposition. The GT20 Pro typically retails around $269, while the GT30 Pro starts at approximately $306 for the base configuration. That's only a $37 difference for some significant upgrades, including the higher resolution display, much brighter screen, newer processor, faster UFS 4.0 storage, and a latest Android version. However, the GT20 Pro does offer that optical image stabilization and higher resolution front camera that some users might prefer. Here's my take. If you're primarily focused on gaming performance and media consumption, the GT30 Pro is absolutely worth the extra cash for that superior display alone. The 4,500 nits peak brightness and higher resolution make it dramatically better for outdoor gaming and watching videos. However, if camera quality is more important to you and you're on a tighter budget, the GT20 Pro's optical image stabilization and higher megapixel front camera might make it the better choice. For most people, though, spending the extra $37 on the GT30 Pro gets you a noticeably more future-proof device with better specs across the board. If this helped you out, be sure to like and subscribe, and check out more of our tech reviews linked right here. Thanks for watching.